Okay guys, we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to do a scientific experiment, and this is a little something I've been wanting to do for a while. We're looking at the reverb tank, the Fender reissue. I think they brought it out in the 90s. I got this second hand. It's got the American style plug on it, so it's got a bit of a, how you say, what do you call it, an adapter. It's kind of noisy, but then that's just the way it is when you've got it in a gig setting. You can't tell, it's fine. What I'm going to do, I've just sent off for this. Now this is a tube. It's new old stock. Basically, I've read in lots of places, I've had friends advise me that for a nice little upgrade you can do on these things, if you swap out the tube, you can make a lot of difference. It's more vintage correct apparently. So I don't know. It's a total experiment. I really like how this sounds now. What I'll do is play you how it sounds now. I'll take the old valve out and let it warm up with this in there and see what the difference is. I'll leave all the settings exactly the same. So yeah, that's all we're going to do, but let's open this up and see what we've got here. Sorry for the noises. So I got this off eBay for £10 from England, James Rhodes, West Sussex. There's an eBay shop on there. It's a 6K6 GT Jan Tung Sol NOS, new old stock. So yeah, £14 with packaging. Came in a nice little box, all protected. Box on here, it looks really old. I mean, some of it, let's see if you can see that. I mean, I can see it says 1944 on there. I don't know if it's actually that old. Part of the box you can't read. Don't even know if it's definitely from the original packaging. I don't know, but it looks like it is. It's made in USA. Although it's yeah, I don't know. This might just be the packaging. Let's have a little look anyway. Be weird if I'm putting in a tube from 1944. It's pretty fucking old. Let's have a look. Do one of these unboxing. Yes. It looks old. Apparently you can just pop these in without having to bias anything. I wouldn't know what I was doing anyway, so that's good. I'm sure a lot of you guys will know a lot more about this stuff, so you can feel free to educate me in the comments below. Be nice. Don't call me an idiot and tell me I don't know what I'm doing, because I know that already. So, what have we got? Some kind of... Got some old tissue paper. Here we go. There it is. I'll try and hold it by the plastic. So in theory that should just pop in. You can see it. I don't know if you can see that. 6K6. Hopefully it's the right kind. We'll soon find out. Tung Sol, it says. Made in USA. Yeah, it's got a cool little anchor on there. I saw in the box there it was made for the Navy, so here we go. Quite exciting if you're a nerd like me. It's got a little license thing on here. This device is licensed by Radio Corporation of America under patent claims on the device itself, but only as follows. Blah, 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 blah. For use in the field of amateur radio and educational purposes. Yeah, I'd say we fall under that. Receiving apparatus, so it's for radios and stuff like that. The sale of this device does not convey any license under blah, 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 blah. See if there's anything else cool in here. Probably not. No, I think... Oh, there's something else. US patents. Yeah, just a bunch of numbers. Made in US. Yeah, this looks like the real deal. Old. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Might be some people screaming at the thing now saying don't do it, you're gonna explode it, or that's why I'm here. I'm gonna take the risk. So yeah, I'm gonna play for a bit first. I'm gonna leave all the dials at 12 to begin with. Then we kind of got a sort of, I know where I'm starting from. So microphone I'm using for the amp is a PV something or other. It's a bit like an SM57, that sort of style thing. I'm going to have no effects at all. Just going through my tuner straight into the Blues Junior. Yeah, let's see what that sounds like. I'm playing through the 6120 Reverend Hutton Heat. I'm going to stick to the bridge pickup. Okay. Right, I'm not going to touch anything. I'm not going to touch anything apart from, I'm going to let this guy chill out for a bit. And I'm going to flip in that new old valve, let it warm up for, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. And then see if there's any obvious changes. Very curious to find out what's going on there. Yeah, let's see what happens. So, pop that 6K6 in there. I've not changed anything, everything's at 12 o'clock. So, tone, dwell, what else? And the mixer, all 12 o'clock. everything on the amp's pretty much 12 o'clock with the EQ, bass, middle and treble about 12. Obviously no reverb from the amp. I've got the master's on about 5, volume's on around just under 2. Oh, and another thing, obviously that little metal, what do you call it, dampener I guess you call it, that's away from the spring, so that's out and full. So, and it was really easy to change, just comes out, there's only one way to put it back in. So let's see. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna mess around with the settings a little bit. I'm gonna turn the mixer and the dwell up just a couple of notches. See what happens. Very nice. Got them on full. Cool, so it does get nice and silly if you turn it up. It's a bit much for me, that. You start to lose a bit of the note definition. But it's good to know you can go that soupy. Cool. So, after first listen, I can't really tell. Like, there's definitely a difference. I think it's more subtle. Maybe it's cutting through a bit more. It's really hard to tell because I had a little break there, a little change over time. I gave it 10 minutes for the valve to warm up. I'm going to go back to the recording, see if it's a noticeable change. If you hear anything, let me know in the comments. If you think one sounded better, if you think I should have stuck with the first one, let me know. Or if it's like minimal, but I just thought for £10 for a little experiment, it's worth doing. Be interested to see what you think. And yeah, follow the channel if you want more stuff like this. I do lessons as well. Come buy a shirt. I've got a Patreon. Buy me a beer. All that stuff. Get out of my house.